Uh, hey Sig, sorry guys, I'm about to time out. So my conversation and stuff is going terrible. My internet's starting to go out. Whole 9 years going really bad right now. I have 3 turns to deal 90 some damage to him. It's going to be exceptionally hard. Put ourselves in a spot where we can't really protect Karn either. I probably can't win this game anymore. But I've made it. Given a limited amount of time, we would have won this game easily. I started making that he has it. There should be sound. Is there really sound? Can you guys not hear anything? I played with my microphone. Maybe that helps some. Long story short is, you saw the time we had left that game, so like the odds of us actually winning a game, game 2, is just not going to go very well. We had some latency issues down that game, and unfortunately the clock's going to kill us because we just had way too many triggers. But like I told you guys, that game was actually winnable. I thought it was actually winnable too. Thought it was going to be a very rough game to win, but like I definitely thought we could win. He's probably bringing in things like Fumigate and Settle too, which make it even harder for us to win, but basically we get to do no thinking this game. We're just going to play whatever we can play and press F6 as quickly as we can. Basically need to see if our opponent's playing first, because sometimes when they think people are going to F6, you can like try to gimp them a little. Alright, we mulligan, and we keep. Bottom. F6. It's going to be a hard game to win. I don't know if we can. Opponent basically whiffed. But we don't have lands. Haven't messed with the land counts at all. This is our first league with the deck. If I don't hit a land next turn, I'm going to scoop. We'll put that into our graveyard. We actually just need lands. Playing it that way we can Brontodon in one turn if we have to. Or we can just slam Lyra too and hope it's good enough. I'm a master of playing really quickly. Yeah, exclamation mark deck list should work for you. Alright, we won the match. Oh, never give up, never surrender. Sorry that I wasn't chatting that much that game. I normally chat a lot more. Like, all I like to do is chat when I stream, but as you can see, there was 4 minutes left on our clock, so like I just had to focus and make the most reasonable decisions we could without spending too long on any one particular decision. Like, obviously we didn't play perfectly, but we couldn't afford to sit around and actually try to play perfectly. He missed his 4th land drop twice, and he just couldn't beat the board, I guess. He didn't have Settled Wreckage in his deck or something like that, and our board was just too big for him to beat there. We just got lucky in that he missed his lands. Like, he was at 7 life, and we had 14 power in play, so even if he'd got 2 blockers, he was dead. So if he didn't have Settled Wreckage, his best draw would have been, I don't know, start direct or start plus a land and get 4 blockers, but like maybe he didn't have that. Maybe there wasn't a start in his hand. But anyway, let's jump into the next game. That was pretty intense. I'm glad that we finagled our way out. I don't really have any suggestions with it yet, and it's not my deck. It's a 5-0 list from the MTG. It's Zachary Klein, and I probably pronounced his name wrong, so let's go pull it up so somebody can like try to correct me. It is... It's not loading me as deck. Why is it not loading me as deck? Ah. Yeah. I don't know how you pronounce it right. I think it's Zachary Klein. He's a member of Team ARG. He's a pretty good player. He's got a couple trophies with it. It is his list. So I'm used to playing with my stops, so I got to put my stops back or they will make me make mistakes. You could tend to like maybe use one less land, but you sideboard out your land worlds in enough matches that you may need to land. Like you sideboard out your land worlds versus basically any deck that's going to have sweepers. Like if I had planned on going to a lone game, I would even have took my elves out in that last match. But I didn't have the luxury to try to play around sweepers and stuff like that, and I knew it with only 4 minutes left. So like I didn't even bother to take them out, though I probably should have. So this hand's pretty aggressive. We'll have to find some lands, but we've got 2 draw steps, and then we have a Merfolk Branchwalker to help us try to bridge the land if we miss. But the deck seems pretty good so far. It's my second favorite Lyra deck I've saw so far, and like Lyra's my jam. My Jizzity Jam. My Jammerino. Yeah, I actually noticed that there wasn't any type of sweeper in the sideboard at all. Maybe he's just thinking that he can go bigger than all the other aggressive decks and quicker, but I'm not necessarily sure I think that's true. I think the pill decks and the token decks in general are like going to give him some trouble. But, you know, that's from the outside looking in. I've obviously not played the deck, so it's like wrong to judge like that. Well, we have to have land, so we'll go ahead and ship that to the grave. I have no Lyras so far, Mr. Johnson, but I do have 6 boxes coming, so let's hope that we have some soon. Land, alright, sweet. Don't really like using this on this, but it's just something to help us get our land next turn, and we're just going to jam Lyra next turn, and if they can't kill it, maybe it'll be enough to win. Lyra's pretty sweet. I don't know that she's my favorite card. She's not my favorite card from Dominaria, but she might be the best card from Dominaria. Only time will tell. That's really nice. I think it's kind of cool that it's forced to attack next turn too, so unless he's got a double enchantment for it, then the Lyra's going to be a 9-point life swing on it, which is kind of cool. But he could easily have something to like make that not a thing. I guess that's just not true at all, is it? So he's got to have a second enchantment, or Lyra gets to dance like there's no tomorrow. We got a pre-release Karn and Mox Ember. Man, you crushed that pre-release. It could potentially be. It could potentially be. So I'm not going to give him the opportunity to like blow this out with the card that like gives like pluses to combat or anything. I'm just going to be happy to gain my 5 life over here. Teferi is my favorite card in Dominaria. Lich's Mastery is... I'm going to brew black-white Lich's Mastery. I just haven't yet. That is on the agenda, Mr. Johnson. I assure you, friendo. Friendo, that is on the agenda. We're just not there yet. Whoops, that's not the right one. We're definitely going to get Fly Dude. And then we're going to bash for 9. Why is it not in this deck? We just don't have that many legends. We have 3 of these and 3 of these and 1 of the 4-drop. Yeah, well, you can have your card, friendo. I'm not even going to try to block. Though it's a fairly safe block at this point. I could have threw the Harvester in front of it. But the Harvester represents 8 damage in the air, and that might just be good enough to win here. I'm definitely going to play that Bant Super Friends list on stream too. Depending on how the challenges and stuff goes this weekend, there's a real possibility that I play that deck Sunday. So we have 8 points of flying here. And 8 points of flying feels pretty good. Alright, so he's just dead on board. And he's extra dead on board with that one. Not going to let him block with his lifelinky cat. There's just no point. We'll just take our win. Man, Lyra is great. I don't know about the one that Gwen's telling you about, but I can link you Ollie and Trozzi's, which will probably be the starting part for when I play it, but I'll probably brew like basically my own list, but like obviously I'll be using his list as a starting point. Seems pretty cool. I don't know if I'm sold for all of the Druidic Vows or whatever, but I like the idea of having Haze of Pollen and Silhouette both for Teferi cards. He's got the full 4 Teferis in too, which is probably higher than I'm going to go, but anyway. Do they? I actually didn't realize that Planeswalkers were legendary. Now, are all Planeswalkers legendary or just the new ones? Like, is Chandra a legendary Planeswalker now? I actually did not realize that. So I think I'm going to pop you in. I think I'm going to pop all 3 of you in. I'm going to get out the slower ones. Where are you at? There you are. I think I'm going to get rid of Karn in this match. All walkers. Interesting. I'll get rid of treasure maps too, so that means I'm going to bring something back. I'm not sure what to bring back. So he'll bring a Blossoming Defense in. The one Blossoming Defense to stop all of his Fopter arrests and cast outs. Yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. I saw it in the sideboard of a... What do you call it? The sideboard of a... I saw Teferi in the sideboard of a New Perspectives deck. I figured it out. I remembered it. I guess we'll keep this hand's pretty weak, but it's good enough to keep. It's got Llanowar Elves. We'll figure out the rest as we go, but it's got Llanowar Elves for now. Llanowar Elf. Llanowar Elf. I'm your favorite. I'm your favorite Llanowar Elf. That's really cool. I didn't realize they'd made that change. They should not have reprinted me. They should have not reprinted me. Oh, what fun. They should have not reprinted me. Reprinted me. Reprinted me. They should have not reprinted me. How many times can I say that before everybody just leaves? Well, they're not technically standard legal for, I guess they are. They're standard legal now, aren't they? I think I'm just gonna pass here. My ears. Who was that? Which one was Ted Panic? And my last round. What did I beat last round? Black-white tokens. Black-white tokens. I had like 4 minutes on my clock and I was able to win game 2 because he didn't draw very well. Which is fun. So this thing's gonna die, and that's fun too. Alright, I will crew you. His list was sweet. I assume he's got some kind of fast effect to make this worth it. Guess I could have gained 3 life, but... Alright, you got it. Goodbye, Harvester. We will miss you. Hey, I'm glad that I didn't get rid of our bro now. I think I'm just going to play this thing and see if he's got an answer. Yeah, but I value my walking ballista more than I value his vanguard. I don't really care about his vanguard. I have a 3/4 in play that just looks at his vanguard and says down kitty. Hey, what was the fast effect? What was I reading? Alright, so he just didn't have answer to Lyra. Lyra just beats some decks. We played a Llanowar Elf and we won a game. Alright, well we've at least acquired a pity chest. Feels pretty good because we've not cashed. We didn't cash with Sapperlings, with Wizards, or with Jeskai artifacts, so feels pretty good to be playing a reasonable deck and getting back into the green zone. Or I don't know. Just like bashing people with Lyra because this card is very good. So very good. I don't know, I'm in love with this card. Our opponent is 2-1 trying to acquire their pity chest, and we are 3-1 trying to get the nice prize. This hand's a little slow, but I think it's good enough to keep, mainly because it's got a Lyra in it. Oh, please don't be mono green. Rip. The 3rd time I've played versus mono green tonight, so prepare for us to get destroyed. So very much destroyed. Alright, well, we can at least play the Walking Ballista for 1, which obviously isn't exciting, but it lets us cash the Rishkar next turn. And then the Dawnbringer the turn after that. We only have 2 removal spells in our entire main deck, and we basically have to save them for Galta. Nothing else will be quite good enough. Like how their hand's like absolutely miserable, yet it's still good enough. I can double block now. If I double block, he gets to kill one of my things, potentially both of my things if he has a blossoming defense. Alright. We'll take our 6 then, I guess. Well, that's not exciting. I didn't want to take 6 here. Oh, he just didn't have anything else? That means this next turn's probably Galta. I attack you for 3, and I'm sad about it. I'm just not going to attack you. I don't need my mana anymore. I'm just going to block both of your dudes if you attack. So a land plus a blossoming defense gets Galta in play. I don't know how we beat a 12-12. That could be a problem. Well, that's 10. Sure. Fine with that. We'll chump block with Rushkar and not be sad about it. Oh, well, he's attacking with both? That feels not good to me. So this thing's going to go up to a 6, so let's go ahead and deal 1 damage to it now. So we're going to first strike it down before. Gain our 5 life, lose our bro. Was not impressed by opponent's decision that turn, but that's okay. Lyra steals another game because opponent apparently kept a weak hand. Probably has just like a Galta or something in his hand at this point. I'm not sure, but we will accept. We will accept what just happened with much happiness. I think I'm actually going to put these in our deck as well. Maybe even this. I'm sideboarding out Karns an awful lot in these games. Sideboarding out Karn an awful lot in these games. Yeah, he kind of set that up for us. Shame Scoop for not knowing how first strike works. I mean, he did go turn 1 elephant, turn 2 elephant, turn 2 elephant, turn 3 elephant, elephant, elephant. His hand was obviously just insanely bad. So, maybe he knew how it worked and was hoping I didn't know how it worked, like it was a gambit. The card's been pretty good, it's just not that great on the draw versus decks that I don't think I can protect it versus. Yep, I played a lot of elephants. He cast 5 elephants and he only ever drew 2. Well, I get paired versus more control decks than I do aggro decks. Actually, it's probably pretty close to an even spot right now. I don't know what the last 2 cards I want to take out are, which is why I'm pausing so long. I don't know what the last 2 decks I want to take out are, or the last 2 cards. He did not buttons. Well, I'll rephrase. He never showed us one if he did. Oh, you're playing him? That was just rude of me, but it is Moto. I mean, you could have looked at the replay or anything, so I guess it's not that rude of me. I think I'm going to get rid of this thing. I kind of want to get rid of it, but like Llanowar Elves. I'm going to get rid of this. The Thrashing Brontodons block a lot of his stuff. He's playing tokens at him. That's on my list of cards or decks to try to. Alright, we'll accept this hand, but we're not happy about it. He didn't have a Llanowar Elf. We are much more happy about this hand than we were a couple seconds ago. Hashtag Oasis, and they kept it on top. Think I would trade these if he allows us to trade. I think I'm trying to play the longer game here. If he uses a blossoming defense to save this thing, I don't think I care about that. Harvester, okay. Thrashy Brontodon. Your accent makes Lyra sound mad weird. Or Lyra. Is it Lyra or is it Lyra? Maybe I just don't know how it's pronounced. Maybe I'm too much of a trash can to be able to understand things. Uh-oh. When elephants attack. Do-do-do-do. When elephants attack, they come looking for you. Alright. Well, opponent did things that turn. Aww. I think we'll pop that one. We'll go ahead and kill this in case he has a blossoming defense. We missed our land drop, unfortunately. I think that land drop was pretty sad. Aww. Our opponent doesn't understand things. Like, our opponent doesn't understand that we're trying to kill his creatures, not give him 3/3s back. Ah, basic planes. Best draw in the deck. You can do it, basic planes. This is not a basic planes. Guess I'm going to cast this one then. I don't want to play the Harvester just into this. So he's at 3, 4, 5, 6. If he sacks that, I'm going to sack this. Or I'm going to block with this, rather. Easy peasy block. Basic planes? Not yet. Oh, that's actually not that good of a play, is it? Alright, let's just do this then. I mean, he got me to kill Llanowar. Maybe that was his go. If he attacks with a Thrashing Brontodon this turn, I'll double block with our Brontodon and our Everspear Harvester, but I won't spend energy. Attack on me? No attack. Alright. Boom. Boom. That was, but like maybe he's just got infinite lands in his hands and didn't need it. I'm not sure. I'm just not blocking if he attacks. I'm not going to die to a blossoming defense. Oh, you just got Plummet. Plummet going to get us dirty. Alright, well, Plummet just did us dirty. The real question is, does he have 2 Plummets? Because if he doesn't, we've got a surprise for him. We'll leave the Harvester on defense this time, just in case he does. Hey, Boot, what's up, my friend? So he's up to 8 now. He can play Galta, but we have a Ixalan's Binding if he plays Galta. So at least, unless he has an untapped land, it won't be able to attack the following turn. He does have 2 Plummets. Well, that's unfortunate. That's probably good enough. Okay, well, what's the play now? Just gonna play this thing and see if we can get him off Galta mana. I'm still gonna target this thing because he would just respond the other way. So I expected his deck to be more aggressive, so Maybe Still Leaf Champion's a good one. That's a good one. I'm going to forget which one of these is which, ain't I? No, I'm not. I think it'll say newly controlled. Yeah, it does. So, spend an energy here. Crew here. Getting the arrow of a harvester. It's not the best thing that could happen because I'm still terrified of Galta, but... Let's see if this is good enough. Oh, so it is so far. 5, so that's not Galta mana. Oh, never mind. That's Galta, and we're probably dead then? Is there anything we can do to beat the Galta now? So... there's just nothing we can do to beat Galta at this point. We did our best to beat Galta. Maybe he somehow makes a play mistake. I don't see how he could make one, though. Maybe we can draw another Walking Ballista. That would be enough. Yeah, another Walking Ballista from here would be enough, wouldn't it? So he's just attacking for that. He takes 2 Blossoming Defenses to kill us, or a land and a Walking Ballista. He's not showed me a land or a Walking Ballista yet, so... Could just block the Still Leaf Champion, right? No, I need all of my tokens if I want to be able to draw a Walking Ballista and win. I don't think I can block. I don't have lethal. He's got a Thrashing Brontodon in play to kill one of our guys. I think I have to take the damage. I think taking the damage gives me more live draws. That doesn't do much. Apparently people think I win and I don't see it. I don't see it when he's got a Thrashing Brontodon in play. He's got 4 blockers now as well. Yeah, I don't see it. But maybe he messes up. Maybe this hits a land. I don't think he's going to forget, but I mean, we're obviously going to try. Alright, is there any reason to try to play for another turn? I don't think so. Yeah, Thrashing Brontodon was busted this game. The double plummet's what got us, though. Maybe we should have dealt with this Thrashing Brontodon earlier instead of one of his bigger creatures. That could have been just me playing poorly. we probably die to his attack if that happens, right? Because if we played a Walking Ballista on 3, we have one less blocker, and he could have got in with these dudes. Or he could have just used a Thrashing Brontodon earlier. I'm not sure. Huh. Maybe I need to bring in Blossoming Defenses. That doesn't seem like a card that I want in this match, though, does it? These seem fine. All of my cards seem fine. Maybe I want more flyers. Maybe Binding's just too slow on the draw. Not sure how good these are. He didn't show any targets, but 4 toughness stops like a lot of his things from attacking. The 4 toughness stops so many of his things from attacking. I think I want this too. This can protect the Dawnbringer, I guess. You don't like the green-white creature? If we get to a board style, though, the green-white creature is just like a 4-4 or a 5-5 or something, isn't it? Not sure what to cut for the last card. Like, I think this card's pretty reasonable here. Yeah, we're bringing into Shahali. I'm now deciding on what I'm removing for it. Maybe it's just this card. It's like probably Shauna, but taking out Shauna gives us less abilities to like play a 2-drop into a Rishkar. Alright, we'll try this. I don't think I want this. It doesn't really attack for his big things very well. That costs a lot of mana. Alright, well we can't keep that hand. Unfortunate. We don't get to play game 3 of another league. It's kind of tilting to like play an entire league and then get into a match that's actually kind of interesting and just not get to play the 3rd game. What's the chances I draw 4 lands off the top? 2 of them have to be white. Yeah, whatever, I'm mulligan. We can do better. Alright, well this hand's better at least. This hand's a lot better, so. This hand's still not good, mind you. It's just a lot better. I can't kill that. If I throw this Walking Ballista away, we're just dead. So if he's got like the 5-4 or something, we're just SOL real quick. Alright, cool. Well, he didn't have the 5-4, and he didn't hit a land. So our opponent probably could have considered mulliganing himself. If he misses a land drop one more turn, we're in okay shape. I feel like he should just attack. It's pretty hard for him. Well, I guess that's not true. I think Naturalize is okay. You gotta have something for GPG. You do have to have something for GPG. So I think he's deciding on whether he wants to attack or block here. I think he chose right, but I'm not exactly sure. So our opponent's not getting to play this game too after I just complained a whole lot. That doesn't seem fair. Our opponent did keep a greedy one-land hand, though. At least we had the discipline to mulligan our greedy one-land hand. I don't think opponent can come back now. I'll be kind of impressed if he can. I guess like Naturalize would go a long way here. I would keep a Llanowar Elf hand on the draw with a Branch Walker as well, though. So like, I can't even argue if opponents like play. I guess we do play some number of Baffling Ends that he saw, and some number of Walking Ballistas that he saw. So like maybe it's greedy. If he just plays that card back, we win. All right, so we win. He's at a total that the Walking Ballista ends. GG, sorry for your luck, opponent. Just go ahead and put our counters on. Crew. Do your thing. Our opponent didn't go to... Oh, he tapped a #tap Oasis to play the Greenbelt Rampager, I guess. Hoping that I would miss it or whatever. That's kind of an interesting mash. I'm sad that we didn't get to play Game 3. Like, I had a lot of fun the first 2 games. Where there was like a lot of thinking involved. I liked our opponents. He had some cool sideboard cards. Like Naturalize and Plummet, and I thought those were pretty neat. But yeah, he just ran really bad there. That's kind of unfortunate for him. The deck felt pretty decent. I liked it. Like, definitely can't be upset about this deck. Like, Lyra just come down and won so many games by itself without any friends. Like, I think it won 2 or 3 games this league. The fact that our last round opponent, the mono green opponent, had to have plummets, like, just shows you. I mean, it's obviously underwhelming versus those type of decks, but like, it was such a powerhouse when we got paired versus control. And like, were you here to watch the black-white tokens match? Like, we decked ourselves with this card. We literally had 0 cards left in our library because of the power of this card. We just drew a million cards that game. And that's why we were able to like claw back into a spot. Like, we can't ever win that game without a card like Karn. But like, Karn just excels versus like the blue-white approach decks and stuff like that. Like, it does a reasonable amount of things. It may not be good enough. 4 maybe, or 3 maybe too many. But like, it's a pretty powerful card. And I want to keep exploring it. We do have other artifacts too. We have some Walking Ballistas. We have some Harvesters. We have a treasure map. And when we flip the treasure map, the treasures pump it. But like in the super mid-rangey matches, I feel like this this card probably will prove that as well. Really depends on what the meta is. It could be ready. I currently have my old mic on because I have my new mic on a video gaming system at the moment, so I might have to switch those back. The treasure maps didn't feel especially good to me. I wasn't a big fan of treasure maps. I think I'd rather just have like a 25th land and another Rishkar or another Voice of Plenty or even maybe another Harvester. The map seemed weird before we started, and they seem weird now as well. It did seem a little weird before we started. Let's open a couple treasure chests, but we're not going to open all 8 of them because at the moment we're saving money for like new cards and all of that. So let's open a few of them. Probably open about half of them. So 10 play points. Creeping tar pit. It's worth something. I have no idea. Hey, it's worth a chest. It's worth about 80 cents more than a chest. I have to remember to go put that down here because there's just no way I would remember that later. Apparently I need to write creeping. I would 100% forget. The treasure map's a good card. Thinking about putting treasure map in my new approach list. Time warp I don't think's worth anything on Moto. And unless this chest is good, I think I'm going to save the other 4. This chest was what they refer to as not good. The time warp's not worth anything on Moto, I don't think. Oh, I was wrong. Time warp's worth a lot more than I thought it was. It's worth like 10 tickets. Alright, I guess we'll open the other chest then since we've opened like 13-ish tickets. And I was willing to lose 10 anyway, so I'm still willing to lose 10. Yeah, they're really weird sometimes. Got 40 play points, so it'll help us make some of the 360 back that we've lost. A Beguiler of Wills. I'm not even looking either of those cards up. I like how sometimes I refuse to look up cards and then later just find out that the cards were worth money. Lightning Greaves, unfortunately, is not worth very much money. It's because it got, it's in a highly drafted set on Magic Online, and there's not a lot of demand for it. So yeah, this card's worth 50 cents. I guess I should actually write Lightning, but it'll be towards the top anyway. And did we lose money or did we make money? We'll figure it out. Need about 5 tickets or something out of this chest, 6 tickets, something like that. We didn't get there. We got 70 points in, or 70 points in play points though. So, you know, if you want to math it out, we probably got to about the correct EV. But as you can see, I'm not super concerned about play points. So, not super concerned about play points. It's just kind of cool to have them. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. I got to stop opening treasure chests at some point and just start making money. We're going to hop out of here. I'll be back sometime Saturday. I do not know what deck we're going to be playing Saturday yet. I do not know... let me find somebody to host. I don't know what time it'll be Saturday. It'll depend on how well I do in the 1v1 Commander Challenge, because I do plan on playing that Saturday. And we're going to throw my buddy Hogpog a host. He's playing, says, absolutely awful Paradox Engine. Come watch me punt. So that sounds good. But, yeah, anyway, we'll be back. Thank you guys so much for watching. And by the way, since there's 52 people here, I'm going to spam. A lot of you guys don't know, but I'm doing the streaming 365 days. I've not missed a day since July 9th. We stream standard almost every day. We do stream a little arena every now and then, and occasionally a different format, but not too often. We try to stream a variety of different decks. So if you like what you're seeing, throw us a follow and click the links down below to where you can see my Twitter, where you'll see every time I go live, every deck list I play, and I often let people vote on what deck list I play, and a link to my YouTube channel where you can find almost all of our past broadcasts. And if you're already watching on YouTube, keep in mind that there's the link to the deck list, and a link to the Twitter, and a link to the Twitch chat, all in the description below the video. There, I've spammed. Go watch Hodgepodge. He's a really good player, but he likes to play a lot of brews. And tonight, he is brewing. Anyway, take care, everybody, and thanks for stopping by.